Hello everybody! If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 546, The Locked Room, Part 1, Intermediate. Anna was the last to leave the office that evening. Everyone else had gone home hours ago. It was quiet. Too quiet. She gathered her things, turned off her computer and checked her phone. No new messages, just another lonely Wednesday. As she walked down the corridor toward the lift, the lights flickered. She paused. That hadn't happened before. Maybe the building was just old. She pressed the button for the lift. Nothing happened. She pressed it again. Still nothing. Strange. With a sigh, she turned and decided to take the stairs. On her way past the meeting room, she noticed something odd. The door was slightly open and the light inside was on. That was unusual. She clearly remembered turning off all the lights before locking the meeting room earlier. Cautiously, she stepped closer. "Hello?" she called, her voice echoing down the corridor. No answer. She pushed the door fully open. The room was empty. A single chair was tipped over, lying on its side. The whiteboard had writing on it that hadn't been there earlier. It read in thick red marker, "Do not trust him." Anna stared at it, confused and a little shaken. Was this a prank, a message left by a colleague? She heard footsteps behind her. She turned quickly, heart racing. It was Daniel, the night security guard. "You're still here?" he asked with a small smile. "I thought everyone had gone." Anna nodded slowly. "I was just leaving, but this door was open and someone left a message on the board." Daniel stepped into the room. He looked at the message and frowned. "That's odd. I haven't seen anyone come in or out. The cameras didn't show anyone either." "You saw the cameras?" Anna asked. He nodded. "I watched them from the control room. There's been no one on this floor for the last hour." Anna stepped back. Her phone buzzed. A new message appeared from her manager. "Call me as soon as possible. There's something wrong with Daniel. Do not let him near you." Her blood turned cold. Slowly she looked up at him. He was smiling, but something in his eyes had changed. It wasn't a friendly smile anymore. It was fixed, unnatural. "I think you should come with me," he said calmly. "Let's go check the control room together." She took a step back. "I think I left something upstairs," she lied. He tilted his head. "I don't think so, Anna. I've been watching you." She ran. He chased her. Up the stairs, through the empty halls, she ran until she found an old supply room. She slipped inside and locked the door, heart pounding in her chest. Silence. Then his voice through the door. "There's no way out, Anna." She looked around the small room. No windows, just shelves and boxes. But then on the floor, she saw a square panel, a trapdoor. She grabbed a wrench from a shelf and forced it open. A narrow tunnel lay below. Without thinking, she climbed in and pulled the door shut behind her. She crawled through the darkness, not knowing where the tunnel led, but knowing one thing for sure: she was not going back. Look out for part 2. Next. Vocabulary notes. Flickered, verb. Definition: to shine with a light that is sometimes bright and sometimes weak. Example: as she walked down the corridor toward the lift, the lights flickered. Explanation: the lights were not steady, they turned on and off quickly, like they were broken or faulty. Similar words, phrases: blinked, flashed, glimmered, soft, more poetic. Cautiously, adverb. Definition: in a way that shows you are careful to avoid danger or mistakes. Example: cautiously, she stepped closer. Explanation: Anna moved slowly and carefully because she didn't know if something bad would happen. Similar words, phrases: carefully, nervously, alertly, watching closely for danger. Shaken, adjective, past participle of shake. Definition: feeling shocked, afraid, or upset. Example: she clearly remembered turning off all the lights before locking the meeting room earlier. Later, Anna nodded slowly. I was just leaving, implied that she was shaken. Explanation: Anna felt disturbed and scared because things weren't normal. Similar words, phrases: disturbed, scared, rattled, informal but common. Fixed, smile, adjective. Definition: a facial expression that does not change, often false or unnatural. Example: but something in his eyes had changed. It wasn't a friendly smile anymore, it was fixed, unnatural. Explanation: the smile stayed on Daniel's face in a strange way, not like a real smile. Similar words, phrases: forced smile, fake expression, stiff grin. Lied, verb, past of lie, to say something that is not true. Example: I think I left something upstairs, she lied. Explanation: Anna said something false on purpose to protect herself. Similar words, phrases: made something up, told a lie, pretended, if using actions instead of words. Supply room, noun. Definition: a small room in a workplace where office items or tools are kept. Example: she found an old supply room. She slipped inside and locked the door. Explanation: a storage space for equipment, usually not used by many people at night. Similar words, phrases: storage room, utility room, back room. Heart pounding, phrase. Definition: when your heart beats fast and hard, usually because of fear or excitement. Example: lock the door, heart pounding in her chest. Explanation: Anna was very afraid and could feel her heart beat strongly. Similar words, phrases: heart racing, breath quickening, full of adrenaline. Without thinking, phrase. Definition: doing something quickly or automatically without planning or pausing. Example: without thinking, she climbed in and pulled the door shut behind her. Explanation: Anna acted on instinct because she was afraid. She didn't stop to consider. Similar words, phrases: instinctively, automatically, on impulse. Don't forget to look out for part 2 next. Story written by ChatGPT AI. Image created by ChatGPT AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.